This is my real. Beloved, let me do what should be counted for my happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of my beloved, because Thanksgiving holiday is one we all embrace. Every single one of us. We got a reason, if not reasons, to give thanks. But as always, I must extend my sincere gratitude from the bottom of my heart to you, my beloved audience, for allowing me the privilege of hosting you for yet another Tuesday afternoon of information and enlightenment, naturally flavored by abstract ice cream. Beloved, put those two together, and I get the image of Super Dad. And the person say, I'm not saying no, we talking about. Beloved, I'm talking about Super Dad collecting his winnings from Armstrong Ice Cream last week. Because that's right, he was a winner. Although, and I got to say, beloved, it was this sports nut, and I believe you know who it is. You should not allow Super Dad to win because he was a fireman. He had no about that. He been all in that. The fireman he been. Can't give you winnings for that. So, well, I don't know that Super Dad break any rules. He gave us the correct answer. And so he is the full-fledged official and legal winner. And we say again, congratulations, Super Dad. But beloved, he was overjoyed, as I would imagine all of us are, because that's why it is for me such a delight to be able to promote Armstrong ice cream. Because, beloved, this is how I grew up. Every Christmas, as the holiday season comes, every shop, and that's how we used to call every business place was a shop. We didn't use the word store, much less shopping center. No, it was a shop. And for the holidays, every shop give the customers with, I don't know how to call it, but the awards for being customers throughout the year. And beloved, it could be as simple a thing as a almanac, as we used to call it, because it was just a calendar with the dates there, but almanac telling you the seasons and what time of year to do what, and what to plant and what to harvest, when, and so forth with this almanac. So you could get an almanac or you could get a whole ham. Yes. But the thing is that at Christmas time, beloved, the roles were reversed. And instead of you supporting the shop was awarding you. And I don't know of any other business that maintain this tradition other than Armstrong ice cream. Because as you all know, what has happened now is Black Friday. Just have sales. Yes. Sales that people go crazy for because they're saving money. Instead of the price of the thing being $1, when you get it for 75 cents, something like that. But the tradition is not the same because just like with Armstrong ice cream, this is how it was when I was growing up. You didn't have to pay for a sale and have the reduced price and this or that. No, because you were a year-long customer, you were awarded according to how the shop viewed you. And like I say, it could be as simple as an almanac or as major as a whole ham. And this is a tradition that I proudly salute and respect the CEO, Mr. Cedric Armstrong, who is this generation's Armstrong Ice Cream Chief Executive Officer. And he is proudly keeping up the tradition and beloved. I can't think of a better reason to promote him and to support Armstrong Ice Cream because it's inside out cultivation. And so, beyond the tradition of giving to the customers, beloved, you got to deal with the reality. What ice cream, wherever it come from, whatever name they put on it and whatever slogan or anything, which ice cream could go lick to lick with Armstrong ice cream? You tell me. So this is naturally delicious because what Armstrong ice cream do is they use the local products, what is locally available, right here, so inside out cultivation, and they turn it into the beloved, as I sort of say, ice cream that is good for your soul. Because I guarantee you, if you're stressed out or depressed, just go in your freezer because I keep telling you, no, keep some Armstrong ice cream in your freezer because you never know when you might need a little stress relief. And that is what Armstrong ice cream is about. And that's what I say. I would put them lick to lick, not toe to toe, but lick to lick against any ice cream from anywhere. And look at me and attack, because for up to 9 years, beloved, I couldn't get enough gooseberry ice cream. For up to 9 years. And then here comes the CEO, Mr. Cedric Armstrong, Hotel Heat, to come up with this. Uh, what a thing name? Lemongrass. Beloved, who would have thought of lemongrass ice cream? Me, no, but that's the ice cream that got me going now. Lemongrass, you know. And I say it because, beloved, and we'll talk about that later. Um, but last week, I was on 2 days because I was on Wednesday sitting in for my one and only sister. And in the midst of criticizing the Brian administration, particularly for this now idiotic trip to Ghana, because they're supposed to be there all now, they're supposed to be in Ghana. Well, was talking about that, and then I called her. I don't remember exactly how, no, but brought up the fact that the chain of office, these governors was weird for ceremonial occasions and what nonsense is that. And beloved, a caller, another caller, come in and letting us to know that it was a statute that legislature had actually enshrined it, and that it was the legal obligation of the governors to wear this chain of office around their neck. And all of that. Well, beloved, that stressed me out. But because, talk shows about, I don't remember now uh, exactly what it is that come now. Whether time was up, we had other callers, but anyhow, I know that afterwards, like the next day and the day after, it come up like bile from the stomach, how to the flu. And I was really stressed out about it. And I said, I mean, look at how ignorant our good for not misleaders are, and how they pass it on to our people, that we have our people embracing these things. And beloved, we are supposed to be in a posture of pushing back. We are the descendants of enslaved Africans, human beings that lost their humanity in an odious system called chattel enslavement, where they dehumanize you and you become property, a thing belonging to other people. And look at us, beloved. We have to go to court to try to get this system to obey the law and teach the children their history, teach them who they be. Well, anyhow, I'm going to say I digressed. Well, that threw me off, and fully we'll get to talk about it later. And so that I had to go in the freezer to get some stress relief. And we, over the years, we would have made some gooseberry ice cream, but no, beloved. lemongrass. Lemongrass is better. I had some lemongrass to relieve my stress. Yes, it's good stress relief. And I love that. But uh, it really had me stressed out because it's like, how could we allow this good for nothing to so uh, mislead us to the point where, I mean, we think it's a good thing to be able to have our governor wear these thing on their neck. I'm thinking myself, beloved, the first person to challenge that will have it, the whole thing, it will crumble. The first challenge that that so-called statue faces, it will crumble because it's just a statue built on a prevarication and what it is. But I gotta call it. Running about too much, but really the thing had me stressed out, man, because it's like that chain of office and put this thing around your neck. I really judge. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Pleasant good afternoon. I heard you talking about the symbolic chain of office.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I had called in about it.
Oh my lord.
There's even a
Well,
photo on my
you called me to get my stress relief. I had to get some ice cream out of my freezer because uh but go ahead. Don't let me interrupt you.
it's on page one of the book that I gave you, The Simplified and Vital Organic Act of the Virgin Islands, 1954, Project Director Marisiku.
Well, actually, yes. Unfortunately, and matter of fact, he was principal, assistant principal at Alfred Andrews School, elementary school. Uh, Loaded the book and I never got it back.
Oh.
Um, Richards, what's his name? Uh, Gerard, what they call what's his name? Whatever.
Emmanuel?
No man, Richards, Tony Richards' son.
It was okay. Well,
He was the principal or something a high rank at Alfredo Andrew School.
Darren Richards? Maybe. I don't know.
Well, anyhow, I loaded the book and I never got it back. Never got it back. And now that you mention it, but yes, I recall, and I was very grateful and I thank you. And matter of fact, I did get some calls from Dr. Malik Sekou, but he hasn't called me in some time now. But I was honored. I was honored. I know he's a busy man. I know that.
Okay, but here they said they even have a photograph which came from the Daily News.
Yeah.
And the photograph is showing Melvin H. Evans, the first elected governor. And it says symbolic chain of office is presented to Governor Melvin H. Evans.
Yes.
By Senate President. It was John
Maduro. Yes.
And the source of this information came from the Virgin Islands Public Library, which I want to know what's going on with that. You know, as you mentioned about teaching Virgin Islands history, what about the public library? How is that going? How was it that founded? I don't know. But anyway, this was bill number 4705, and it was passed by the 8th legislature of the Virgin Islands.
Yes, Maduro was president of the legislature.
So
he succeeded Attlee.
So the symbolic chain by law is what they have to put on when they inaugurated.
I am aware of that. The law says I want that, as you reminded me. Yes, you were one of the callers last week, but if you would allow me, and so I said, the first person or institution to challenge that law, will cause it to crumble. Why do I say that? Because the law, you know, was
Mm-hmm.
actually instituted on uh, with a prevarication,
Mm-hmm.
and that just is not going to work. I mean, how many colonizers did these islands have? Seven, that's so. Is this the seventh one in the United States of America?
They have here
All right. But
eight,
according to the chain of office, it was eight.
eight,
And
yes.
why listen to this. Why I'm telling you, this is uh,
I'm, yeah, I'm curious about that. Why
why it's
Germany is here?
problematic. Oh, slow down. Just slow down because I'm not going to interrupt you and make a point. I will listen, but let me just say this now. And I'm pointing out to you is that again, because they wanted to have symmetry. So
Mm-hmm.
not have four on one side and three on the other. They put four on each side with the Virgin Islands in the middle. But the fact of the matter is that the eighth one doesn't exist. We did not have an eighth colonizer. And then you tell me now, because you are defending it. You tell me who was his eighth colonizer?
Well, that what is showing here is just it was just the prototype of the official symbol, a prototype. But in the language, it said there shall be seven gold circular shields. Each shield shall be embossed with the flag of standard of each nation that has governed over the people of the Virgin Islands.
Yes.
So I don't know. I guess
But again, because that's what I'm saying to you, because of the symmetry, when
right,
they made it, all right, instead of having four on one side, three on the other
mhm,
side, and one in the middle, they put
right,
four on each side. And
right,
this is why I'm saying to you, that's a prevarication because you have it now, the governor of the Virgin Islands, put this thing around his neck saying that we were colonized by eight different nations.
right,
That's what a prevarication is. It says the jacket and tie big word for lie. A
right,
prevarication is a lie. And that's what I'm saying to you, that is a lie, and that, again, and if you look closely, you know what that number eight is?
no,
You ever heard of Brandenburg?
right. Well, it says that here. It says here something.
Brandenburg. I
So I
mean,
got Germany. Like
yes.
we gotta
All
talk
right.
about Germany.
Slow down now. Slow down. Slow down. You know, again, if you were tourist to Germany and you went to Berlin, you would be familiar with the Brandenburg Gate. This is like, a big arch, like, actually, I say in Paris, France, this is the Brandenburg Gate. Now, slow down. The Brandenburg was, uh, I don't know what to say other than a whole over from the Holy Roman Empire was a principality. This is before Germany became a sovereign nation. So you had all of these independent, institutions, principalities, duchies, and so forth. Like the major one that you might be familiar with would be Prussia. But by the end of the 19th century, Germany became a nation. All of these things, coming together to be a nation. So that Brandenburg, is just a principality of the nation of Germany. All right. But at the time, they were actually a principality of slavers. And this is why it had me so that I had to go to the freezer to get, to lick some cream. Because I says, my Lord, I really just, how, why are they doing this to my people? In other words, the, the Brandon burgers were in St. Thomas only, not St. Croix.
Right.
Why? Because the street trade is in Thomas and the Brandon burgers were slavers. They were slave traders. For quite a few years, they controlled Crab Island, which is today known as Vieques. And and they traded the slaves out of what they call Crab Island and Vieques. So that this is what I'm saying to you, and this is what is so horrifying, is that we have our governor where a chain of office that celebrates a slaver in our islands, our home of our ancestors. And we have our governor ceremoniously upholding this. And this is who the Brandenburgers are. And again, I'm speaking publicly. Anybody could, that's one thing I have been on the radio for maybe a half a century now. I don't come on and tell you life. I don't know something, I tell you I don't know. But I know about this. I know about the Brandenburg. I know about the Brandenburgers. And they did not at any time, control the Virgin Islands. But because of free trade that existed in St. Thomas and St. John, because of the free trade, they operated the slave market out of St. Thomas. And again, everybody is listening, you check it out for yourself. And these are the Brandenburgers, and this is what we have, our government. And because of the ignorance, this is what I'm saying, ignorance, and ignorance is not a pejorative word. It just simply means you don't know. And because of the ignorance, our governors wear this. And President John Maduro of the 8th legislature should have known better. And that is why Attlee didn't do it previous to turning it over to Maduro. Attlee knew better. And here we are today, talking about the chain of office and not recognizing that Brandenburg and the Brandenburgers were slavers. And that's all that they did in these islands. They were the main slave traders out of St. Thomas. And you could tell them, yes, Mario said that, because that is how vile and despicable it is. But this is where we're at. And that's why I said I have to use, my stress relief to go and get some ice cream to cool me down, because it's horrifying. But this is where we were at. And now here, the governors in Ghana, Ghana just came into being in 1957. Nkrumah called it Ghana because he got it from the British, and the British called it the Gold Coast because they got it from the Danes. You should recognize something else again, that is stressful, is that when 1848 came about, and it was officially recognized that the institution of enslavement is over in the Danish West Indies. The slave owner says we need to be compensated for the property that we lost. And they said we don't have the money. They said when the British, they compensated the slave owners, the French, they compensated the slave owners, we need to be compensated. Hear this now. The Danes literally sold Danish West Africa to the British and used the money to compensate the former slave owners here in the Danish West Indies, principally St. Croix. And we go to Ghana to celebrate this without even recognizing these things. I say, Lord Harry the Judge. I mean, how are our ancestors supposed to rest in peace? But again, it's the top of the hour. You, if you have a shot to resign that, you could, say what you need to say. Again, I won't interrupt
Okay,
you.
do you know how much the trip to Ghana is from the taxpayer?
I don't know, but I'm sure
If
it's.
anybody wants, they better get their ice cream.
I don't know, but I'm sure it's tens of thousands of dollars.
According to the Daily News,
Yeah.
it's 68,000.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
68,000, and they document it's in the Daily News, and they have the list of all who went. According to this report, documents provided were filled with discrepancies. The government has continued to ignore questions seeking clarity.
That is so
For
sad.
example, the airfare cost of Rose Ann Carrington is listed as 9,218. An additional advance of 700 per person that includes a 100 charge for transportation is also listed. There's no cost for lodging listed and Carrington's travel request, yet the cost of a trip is the second highest and even more than the cost listed on the governor's travel authorization. Well, knowledge is power.
And here we don't even have a healthcare facility. we
Knowledge is power. I'm just giving up the information. And
we appreciate you for it. We appreciate you for it.
Eligible voter, we need to encourage all 18-year-olds in this territory to go out and register to vote. So that's my message.
And I thank you for it, but please don't forget to encourage them and those who are qualified to offer themselves as candidates. We need better candidates also.
Absolutely. Because I hear people talking about Williams Delight. I'm like, well, get all your people in Williams Delight and put up somebody to run to represent Williams Delight.
Well, again, that's the whole thing. And then that person could actually get a bill in to reapportion the legislature so that we could have accountability and Williams Delight could have its own district senator.
Because the senators are not going to encourage 18-year-olds when their base is strong. The most of the voters who participate in the last election were over the age of 40. That's their base.
I applaud you for making every effort, to improve the electorate and those stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Without so much. And beloved, we are at the top of the hour, and so I will say, lick your cream, beloved, because Amsterdam ice cream is just so good for your soul. beloved. And yes, indeed, we can call us holding. So let us open the door and welcome them in. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you too.
Beloved, I know this voice, right? I know this voice. Yes, man.
I
The
just linked
CEO,
up
the
with my
CEO showed me some pictures and I said, that is super dad.
But I just licked some lemongrass.
Yes, you're right. Yes, I. Beloved, super dad was a legitimate winner. And that man tell me, well, I should have let super dad win because he been a fireman. So, you know, he's so, yes, I say Superman, Superman. I don't call you Superman no. Super dad, you will fear and square and you will die. You hear me? You will die.
They go say what they want.
That's right. That's what they want.
I don't like belated, right?
Right.
So I said it in advance.
Good. All
I
right.
come
Well,
on Sunday.
oh lad, I don't know what Sunday is. Okay.
Right? So I said it in advance.
Yes, indeed.
Happy all day to Mr. Mario Mohan, better known as the fallen angel from Coons.
From Cahoon, that's me, son. Thank you, Super dad. Thank you for the greetings.
And coming from me and Miss the Queen from William the Light, this black man.
This black man, I saw you the other day for the first time, and I don't know how long, but to see you looking good.
Right?
So all is well, all is well, all is good. But hey, that make me David, son. When the CEO, as I call it, the CEO, Cedric,
Yeah.
show me the thing, and I said, what you know? What you know? Yeah, so he should have had 5 different hand because he had everything. And I said, $250 a
Right.
gift card. I said, what? I mean, that's the old time thing. That's how we used to be. Them shop give you thing for your Christmas.
Right.
Nowadays, the best thing here, they say, come and spend some money for Black Friday.
And the thing about it, yeah, can't know.
You hear that? You hear that?
Yeah, no paper, nothing. I
I
can't.
hear it there. Hear it there.
But those other can't, they go to put it in my sheet.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
And somebody, good.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't get into you. I got to get to
Yeah,
you.
man, I tell you, that's why I say I am so proud to be able to promote it because that's inside out cultivation
Yeah,
and
man.
the man doing it and the thing like he give you some halfway cream or something. It's like I say, not toe to toe, but lick for lick. Bring your ice cream and put it against Amsterdam. Yeah, son. Cause the man know we do it. And he inherit that from his father. That's before your time or the super dad. When Mr. Ivan was selling the ice cream on a bicycle. He had a bit old rally bicycle.
Well, for it to across from me, it's been over there.
True. But you have to smile.
Huh?
You have to smile, man.
What do I smile?
You know, you go fight me down now, though.
I mean, I'll fight you. I'm a little one have to smile.
That was smile. All right. But
Well,
Western, we can hold our own, Mr. Western. We can hold our own.
when I live by Rosa, where Rosa been,
Yeah.
then I smile.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
When
Okay.
I come at King
Yeah.
Street, I became
Yeah.
a little bigger.
Oh, Lord.
I got to let a little big gun them come in and be listening.
Well, they're going to try to match up to you because you're a cannon. You're a cannon, and I'm proud of you, man. And hey, I make me deal when the CEO said, you show me that picture, I say, yes. I got to see that. I really got to see that myself. So you enjoy it. You enjoy it. Enjoy it.
The ball nearly straight middle.
Oh, you're supposed to. It's supposed to. We said, yeah, sir. So,
I don't tell me that I want to take this thing from him, so I look at the lead. Take it easy.
all right, Super Dad. Thank you. Happy here. Compliments to the season.
Same to you.
All right. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, Mario.
Thank you for your call. Thank you for your patience, man. Welcome.
Yeah, okay. I go come back to this what you call a chain of office, what I like to call the yoke around the neck.
Man, that's an embarrassment, man. An embarrassment.
But let me first go to your one and only sister.
Yeah.
I believe because she has taken on well, it's not a job, but her duty as a member of the Board of Education.
All right.
So seriously, that you probably would have to be sitting in her stead tomorrow as well. I mean, I just feel that's what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Again, I don't know, but the last time was last minute thing, but she not available, and if that's not gonna happen, it will go happen. But so far, so good. I know not about it, but we'll see.
Well then, as you know, say as well as your one and only sister.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I just see, so I telling her that we in the new administration coming, we gonna put up for commissioner of education. He
Understand?
said, no, sir.
Well, again, if she wanted it, I'm sure she could handle it. But again, I ain't gonna put her in no politics with them people there, I think. But we
Well,
definitely,
Mario, I am glad you acknowledge that she could handle it. Because I know that too.
yeah,
But you see, there's a lot of them and those who feel for some odd reason she can't. I don't know that she'll do any work than any of them that has been there before. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Loud and clear.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, we're going to let you. I always have asked if Senator Ford Bryan had become governor, whether he would have put that yoke of bondage around
Well,
his neck.
Well, let me give you a partial answer to that. You
Okay.
know, I was very, very involved in his campaign for governor. I
That
was,
I know.
you know, very involved. And I could say this, you know, while we never had any conversation about it at that time, all I could say to you, and that's why I interrupt you to say it, is that if it had happened that he was successful and he was not aware of it, I would not have allowed anybody to put that around my governor's neck.
Thank you.
So that would not have happened. You understand?
Thank
That
you.
would not have happened.
Yeah. And that's
You
a
know.
good answer.
Yes,
Perfect answer.
because people need to know, you know, about how they put the Brandon book. I mean, they put it in the slavers. And this is, I mean, because they wanted to have the symmetry, you know, on the necklace, saying one have
Yeah.
4 on one side and 3 on the other.
Yeah,
So they give us a number 8 colonizer, and of all of them, what they do, a slaver. The Brandenburg, and that's all they did. That was the biggest slave market in St. Thomas. Then they Marius and so.
But you see, government like to be a thing, and I go come back at this. But my good friend, who was my friend before he became a doctor, before he became a commissioner of health, before he became governor, Roy Lester. He and I used to have it out with his chain because he never used to want to put it on, and he wanted to go like the man, you got to put it on.
You know, but again, it is why we have the highest paid government in the Caribbean and why we have the highest murder rate in the Caribbean. And this is what we do to ourselves. You know, and I call it good for not mislead us, not that disrespect. that is properly characterizing the leadership. They are good for nothing, and they are misleading the people. You know, disrespect.
All the time. Now,
Yes.
I don't know. I just read a lot like you, and people from all about they'll send me information, things that they want me to raise and talk shows and whatnot. And the thing that is beating a lot of people, and yes, even white people, is two things. The governor and a tantaload of people that went to Ghana. They asked me why you got it back. Well, all I could tell them is what the paper say or what he said for them to print. That he I don't know if he was invited, but he was going to meet with a former president. Now he's making a state visit, but going to meet a former president of Ghana. I mean, I don't know who he thinks he's fooling or trying to fool. And then it took him so long to release the names of them and those that went along with him. Suffice them to say that they were senior members of his cabinet. I mean, what are you hiding? They either gone or they ain't gone. They carry the girlfriend and for come side. You carry your second lady or you have a house carry. That's what I want to do. You see, I know what time though. Not your own time.
Yeah.
I have been to the motherland several times and it was on my penny, not even on my dime.
All right.
So why they can't pay to go about the business and you know. The other one quickly is this Brooklyn girl we got update that refused to come to your show because you will make her look bad and I'm gonna chuckness. She making herself look bad.
Oh, you talk about the delegate? I don't understand where that come from. I mean, other people have said that to me. I said, Mario, I don't disrespect gets here. I mean, people like that, I don't agree with it, but I'm not going to disrespect you. I may disagree with you, but I'm going to disrespect you, you know, in public airwaves.
And Mario, I could attest to that because one or two times I get a little cantankerous with you and you refuse to cut me off.
I listen, I don't know why they chose to so pit their response to people wanting to how to appear here. But disrespect? How I disrespect the woman? How? What was this?
What I have to say. Well then, who disrespecting her more than ourselves now?
Thank you.
Where got picture plastered over with sheet back in back and everything right in his arms.
Thank you.
Who disrespect that? Me or you?
All right, there you are.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you see, I used to always have our leader saying, truth crushed the earth shall rise.
It shall rise.
And the amount of lies she been telling, and now she gonna have to back and all of them lies.
Right.
And she'd already stated, because first she said she never went up to the place in Manhattan East Side.
Yeah.
Then she said there was only one. Then it ended up this 5 or 6 times. You know, so I don't know why these people say.
I don't know, son. I don't know either. But
we still waiting on her, and I'm going after this. We waiting on her to say which women group or children group she turned over the $30,000 that she got from him to.
Right.
We need to know that.
That should be public information. That should be public information.
Of course, it should be public information. I mean, my God, look at what she and Albert Ryan calls us. She as the attorney for the EDC, he as the chairperson to give away $300 or $350 million that could have come to us.
Right,
That is a billionaire here, bro.
right, that's right, that's right.
You see, but you see when you do these things because your name's dominant Democrat, you ain't supposed to open your mouth. The little ITM like we supposed to go sit down and shut up. But they're gonna catch the tail with me because I ain't it now. I got you.
All right, we're going to talk about it, all right.
Yes, sir.
And beloved, we were off to quite a start here this afternoon to the point where I didn't even get to do my housekeeping. Like another reminder that the 3:30 is still 3:30, and we didn't have any last week because you know that once a year we do the pre-Thanksgiving giveaway with Amshang ice cream, and so we did not have a Crucian history question last week, but I am here to let you to know that the lady I call my general, that's beautiful Aisha, she is prepared to take center stage at 3:30. In Spanish, we say 3:30. In Danish, we say 3:30. But in Crucian, we don't say 3:30. We will be having our Crucian history question. Now, beloved, I don't know what to do with this one, but I was supposed to be speaking to it with my introduction, my opening salvos, because I told you last week that we were expecting to have Mr. Alvin Burke Jr. today to speak at the Christmas festival activities. I guess he was a spokesperson, and we were expecting to have him at 1 o'clock. And well, we have not heard from Mr. Burke, and I don't know what to tell you because we have not heard from him. But who knows? Maybe my calling, but feel it's my duty to speak to it because last Tuesday I did in fact announce that we expected to have Mr. Alvin Burke Jr. Today. And well, as you very well know, he is not here and we have not heard from him. And who knows? We'll keep hope alive. Maybe he'll give us a call and update us as to what is going on, so forth and so on, because I think that my beloved audience would be very interested in hearing and learning about the activities that are scheduled for the Christmas festival, and especially some dates that seem to be strangely in conflict with other activities and so forth and so on. And well, we're looking forward to get those dates and those activities that seem to be in conflict. We're looking forward to get some clarification there. But we'll hold straight on it, and maybe the clarification is yet to come. But beloved, we are at the bottom of the hour, so let us do the official thing by saying, lick your cream, beloved. Lick that good cream because Amsterdam ice cream is just so good for your soul. We're back, beloved. We are back, and yes, we got callers holding on, but we also have somebody in the house who we want you to hear from as soon as possible. So, callers, uh, be alert that we want to hear from you, but we even more want to hear from our guests. So, talk to me. Good afternoon.
Hey, greetings, beloved.
Greetings to you, man. Thank you for your call. Thank you for your patience and welcome. And let me hear what you got to say.
Just a quick thing here. I don't know if it's been a long time show, but the reggae community has lost another legend, Jimmy Cliff.
Yes, you heard about it, but I could also add to that that the revolutionary conscious community of the Western Hemisphere lost a legend. Ever heard of H. Brown?
Yes, I was going to say that too.
Okay.
I was going to say that too. Yes, I don't. Was he still in prison or he was
Yes,
already
yes,
got out?
yes. He was no, he was in. He was in. They would not let him go. I mean, well, we won't get into that, but no, he passed and he passed behind bars.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
But
Well,
we
yeah.
spent a lot of time together, and we were good. And I appreciated him even more than Stokely or Kwame. But go ahead, you go ahead because we got, like I said, we got a big time guest in the house. So we
Okay,
want to hear
well,
what you
I'll
got
come.
to say.
We'll discuss it when you get a chance.
We talked then. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Thank you for your call. Thank you for your patience.
Good afternoon, Brother Mario.
There she is. Every time I hear your voice on a sticker, when I was small, I was about them boss speak. That most of my audience would be say, "What's chopping this call about? Who's boss speak? Who's about boss speak?" I say, well, uh, he was one of the heroes that was victimized, but he's good for not mislead us. But let me shut my mouth and just welcome you.
Well, listen, so far it sounds as if you're going to have to change about your extremism because the stress is getting so high that you're going to have to get a scoop of guava berry, I mean gooseberry,
Uh,
and on top of that you put the lemongrass.
that's the recipe now. All right. I will try it.
That's special order.
I will try it. I will
That's
definitely
special
try it.
order.
Yes.
Because I'm going to answer your stress, but what needs to be said has to be said.
That's right. That's right.
Now, yes, are you aware of what's going on with the landmark society?
No, I didn't know.
And
The way you ask the question, apparently something's going on, and I know, and I'm not aware. So bring me up to date.
all right, I'm just gonna highlight it because I sent the link to your sister, your one and only sister,
Uh-huh.
but she's very busy with the Department of Education. So
Right. Yeah.
Lady Shady Eagles is here.
Okay.
But just to give the information,
Uh,
there's a big tobacco going on there at that landmark society.
oh.
Okay, um, which is overseeing WIM Archives and Cultural Center.
Of course. Supposedly, at any rate, yes.
Yes. Now, when tourists come here, one of the tours is for WIM guides. Okay,
Uh,
and when the taximen take these people on the tour, when they drive into WIM set up there, what they see is battered windows and doors. Um, the roofs have still the blue top on there and overgrown vegetation hanging from everywhere.
Mm.
Okay? So, I don't know why are they presenting such a nasty thing there to people who come to see this place as one of our cultural centers.
Right?
Okay, now within the landmark society,
Yeah.
there seems to be such a mess going on, going back to about 15 years since they have even been audited. Now we had 7 years ago we had the two category 5 hurricanes. Okay,
Uh,
I know that they got money from FEMA.
yes,
So why
yes.
does the place look like that?
I mean,
Okay,
it's an appropriate question. It's an appropriate question to ask. Yes.
Now there is supposed to be having meetings where members of the board have been shut out
Uh,
and not involved to the point so that they don't have a quorum.
yeah.
So instead of having a board meeting, they're having a discussion. Okay? Now, it seems to me that the tourism and the whoever else entity is involved with the landmark society, the preservation people and all of these people, what are they doing? Why aren't they paying attention to what's going on for the last 15 years with this place?
Yeah. Well,
You can't even get in there.
I am only too pleased that you raise the issue most appropriately, because I mean it's unacceptable. Period. It's just unacceptable. But we're gonna get into it. But right here and now, I have with me in the studio Mr. Alvin Burke Jr. We will talk about the upcoming
Oh,
holiday activities that I know you and so many others want to get some clarity on different issues, conflicts, and so forth and so on. And so that I am just going to ask you to just hold this issue in abeyance. But I am saying, in response to what I have heard, I'm saying emphatically, it is unacceptable. Unacceptable. All right. So we'll talk some more.
I will call you back on the hospital second part of this discussion.
I look forward
so
to it.
go on with Mr. Burke.
All right. We look forward to it. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. You take care. All right. And yes, beloved, yes, indeed, we have in the house Mr. Alvin Burke Jr., and we are only too pleased, honored, in fact, to have him. I don't know what else would have been. His grandfather and my father were very close, so that I know his grandfather very well, so that me and the Burke family go back a little bit too, because I am in my mid-80s, and I am a little closer to them. But I am honored and pleased, and again, from one Crucian patriot to another Crucian patriot, I said, I am pleased, honored to be able to welcome you, Mr. Alvin Burke Jr. Good morning to you and welcome.
Well, good afternoon to you. And when I tell you the honor is mine, the honor is mine, and this is where we are now for the conversation. But when I tell you, I'm about to be in my 40s just now, and I literally listened to you all my life. So you've had a listener for 4 decades in me. Thank you to my parents and my grandparents before that. So when I tell you, like, the honor is all mine to be in your presence. I trust and believe that.
Thank you. Really, thank you. But again, you're the man of the hour, because the season is upon us, and Carnival is St. Thomas. We call different names at different times over here, but we know that when it comes to Christmas time, that's our time.
Crucian Christmas Festival.
You know, so, and
Yeah,
so we look forward to it. And so take your time, man, and inform us and enlighten us as to what you have been tasked to pass on to the public.
Yes. So for those of you, my name is Alvin Burke Jr. I am the new assistant director of festivals for St. Croix. I'm been there for just a little, touching about 2 months now. I'm under the new commissioner of the Department of Tourism, Miss Jennifer Matarangas King, and it's been a pleasure thus far working under her. Most definitely, you know, the community is no stranger to Miss Matarangas King with her previous roles, and you know, with Via and One Communication and Innovative before. So she's no stranger when it comes to preserving culture in her previous roles. And what we have been doing so far is just trying to listen to everyone in terms of the stakeholders. And the stakeholders doesn't necessarily have to be someone in a managerial role. It's someone buying a Johnny cake.
Right.
Someone who has an interest what happens in the Queen show, in the Calypso show.
Right.
You know, so everyone is a stakeholder. I would say the commissioner Matarangas King has this saying, VI, not just Virgin Islands, but she has this mantra that she goes by: vested interests. Vested interest in tourism. That means the person, and I hope I'm not misquoting her, but I could be as the person accepting your ticket by the airport, that customer service person at a restaurant. So all of us who live here, born here, raised here, move here, we all have a vested interest in the Virgin Islands. And when I heard that, a lot of us at the tourism team, we just ran with that.
Okay.
And we definitely have an interest in our aspect tourism. Just not because it's not your job, you know, but you know, we don't want to drive on our roads and see trash, or you know, if we live in, you know, you have someone in your living room, you want them to put anything there, you know. So it goes a very long way, and not because a certain government agency does this, that don't mean we don't take pride in what we do. So it takes all of us to make sure that, you know, we have those tourists that comes in, and you know, from the cruise ships, the airlines, all of us live here, all of us have an interest, all of us have some type of attachment to the islands, just not St. Croix, but St. Thomas, St. John, of course, Water Island, and therefore, but it's been a heck of a ride thus far, and we're approaching Crucian Christmas Festival, and I'm just happy to be in the position that I'm in to serve my people of the Virgin Islands, particularly St. Croix. I was born here, I was raised here. I'm a proud Crucian. You know, and I have loins from other places such as St. Kitts. That's where my mom is from. But we have so many similarities to other Caribbean islands. And yes, we are Crucian, but we still have a lot of different attachments, and that's what makes us. Different aspects of evolvement in terms of other Caribbean islands. That's what makes up the Virgin Islands. You know, because you could say we are mini New York or small Miami, because you know, we welcome so many other aspects from different parts of the world. So I'm just excited to be here in this capacity on an official basis. But outside of this, I would have been doing something regarding to culture and festival, regardless of what. So I'm here. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited. And no way, no form, no shape, I'm a subject matter expert in that regard, because someone like yourself, someone like a Miss Moorhead, your sister, someone like a Miss Claire Roca, a Betty Lynch, or whatever the case is, those are people that came before me, and I love hearing stories of what it was during that time, because you know, we learn. We kind of know where we're going if we don't know where we came from.
Of course.
So it's very important to me to hear those stories and hear where we were in regards to culture. But culture doesn't stay the same forever. You know, traditions is one thing, but we have to be able to evolve, but still keeping the essence of what we are as Crucian culture. So it might not be the way how it was maybe 30 or 40 years ago, and that's okay. It's very important for me to keep that essence, and all of us to keep that essence of what Crucian culture is, and still be able to welcome a new generation with the older generation opening the door for what's coming and the younger ones to be able to listen to see how we could um, wove in all of it. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here with you. I'm excited for your beloved audience. I'm excited to just take on this role, and I'm here. I'm here for it out.
And we are honored to have you.
Yeah.
We're honored to have you. And that's why you to take a time and well give us a calendar as you know it to be and what our expectations should be as we approach it.
Yeah. So as of right now, and this is concrete. We may have a change here or there, but I'm 99.9% sure that as of right now, this is what we're going forward with in regards to Cruise
That's
and
good
Christmas
enough for
Festival.
us. Yeah.
On So this is the official calendar for Cruise and Christmas Festival. We have the Prince and Princess pageant that will be in the Frederiksted Village. That will be from 5 p.m. until. With the Prince and Princess pageant, we have the Junior Miss St. Croix, we have the Duchess, and we have the Princess. And that is that's Friday, December 26th. That is at 5 p.m. in Frederiksted in the village. On December 27th, we have the Calypso show. And I'm happy to say that the Calypso show is back in Island Center. I know it has been away from that for quite some time. But if anyone who has attended the Calypso show in previous years, there's a sort of intimacy, a matureness that you want to be around in Island Center. Island Center is historic for having great entertainment and acts from all over the world in Island Center. So I think a lot of people will be great to hear that the show is back in Island Center for December 27th, and that will be at 7 p.m. And just to let the audience know that we will have a revised schedule be out by this week with some new dates. So we just have to kind of shift around things a little bit. Also, that night in the village, we were going to have another type of event, but beyond things happen beyond our control. We have to be able to shift gears. So we have other acts and entertainment that will be in the Frederiksted Village. It is not the opening night, the official opening night that we have the government officials and stuff like that. That night is slated to be December 29th. So, but we still have entertainment in the village December 27th, the same night for Calypso show. So there's something for everybody on Island on that night. So we still have Calypso show, with the world famous Express Band. And other Calypsonians, you have Lady Mac, people like Mighty Pat and so on. I don't know all the Calypsonians off the top of my head, but they will be competing for the Calypso crown on December 27th. So that will be at 7 p.m. back in the Island Center. I remember that, so I'm telling everybody we are going to be having electronic tickets and still tangible tickets that you can buy at outlets. So there's more than one avenue to get what you need to get for those for all the shows. So that was the previous one I said before with Prince and Princess, and the one with Calypso show. You will be able to buy it electronically. Also, you'll be able to go to the ticket outlets to get your tickets for these shows. Miss St. Croix. Miss St. Croix, we have two wonderful contestants vying for the crown for Miss St. Croix this year. We are proud to say that I don't want to say we have challenges, but we have to be able to listen to what everyone is saying in terms of what do we need to do to get the competition to where it should be or where it used to be. Under the guidance of Miss Jennifer Malarangas King, we have an incentivized thing that we ushered in for the girls to get their necessary things that they needed to do to get the show on the road. So I'm proud to say that we have two beautiful, wonderful, intelligent young ladies vying for Miss St. Croix on December 29th. And that show is slated to start at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. until. So that will be a great show. There will be more information added as time goes by. But December 29th, that will be, I'm sorry, December 28th is the Miss St. Croix show at 6 p.m. in the Frederickset Village. So a lot of activities happening on the west side. So be on the lookout for a revised calendar with the dates and everything like that. Cultural night. Cultural night. That's the official opening night of the St. Croix Festival, Fusion Festival Village, with the ribbon cutting and everything. You know, traditionally, and we ain't breaking tradition. Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights have their traditional tramp where they start to the top of I want to say they start to the top of right before Mali, and they then go down on King Street, and you know they make their way into the Frederickset Village. You know, they tramp for a while. They give up. You know, Stanley and Casey and these guys. So, you know, it's gonna be a fun time. You know, we have acts as world famous Express Band, Vio International, Small Axe Band out of St. Kitts, Voice out of Trinidad, and a slew of other entertainment. And I am proud to say that the world famous Express Band would be this year's village honorees for the Crucian Christmas Festival Village. I think they are overdue. And I totally agree. I think if I'm not mistaken, they were the Caribbean Express back in the 80s. But you know, under Dean Baptiste and Al Baptiste Sr., you know, they formed their own band. I think they used to tour Sparrow and some of these guys back in the day. But Express Band is still here. They're still giving us wonderful music. So they still produce, they still make music. So I think they're more than overdue for their honoring, you know. So kudos to those guys. Congratulations to them for their honoring for this year's village naming in their honor. You know, so I know Big Al Baptiste Sr. is smiling down, and you know his son Alwyn Baptiste Jr. You know, he's filling a lot of dual roles, still given to his band Vio, and still given to his fitting into his father's space as Express with Dean Baptiste and Pio and Toby Derima, you know, Toby D. So, you know, he's filling both roles and he's doing a wonderful job at that. So congratulations to World Famous Express Man. That's on Monday. Soca Monarch, we have the Soca Monarch. It's not Calypso show, so Soca is a little bit more jumpy, and you know, with the younger guys like Pompa and all these guys here, a little bit more energetic. That night is slated for Tuesday, December 30th. That is from 7 p.m. until. So that's Soca Monarch for that show, and that's a wonderful night in the village. And what I absolutely love about that night, Mr. Mohead, is we are able to give up and coming soca artists the platform that they don't necessarily get elsewhere. They are going to see thousands of people in the village. They get to do their best soca acts in that time frame. And it's a lot, even though it might seem like a small time when they're on stage because it's 8 minutes that they're competing for. But that 8 minutes is pressure, Mr. Mohead. Like, because you have to give all your performance piece into that time. You know, so you know, we have like big acts that still compete, but I am proud of the ones that don't necessarily get the platform that they are accustomed to getting, like maybe from different clubs or whatever. But what the festival committee does is give them that platform to compete. And it's not so much about winning or losing. It's about putting out your talents that you have tried to put elsewhere, but you know, we afford them the opportunity to compete for this crown. And for a lot of them, like I mentioned before, it's not about winning. It's about being on a platform where you might not get the opportunity to compete. So we are very proud of that show. And on that same night, I don't know if you're familiar with I won't say he was up and coming, but I don't know if you're familiar with Sasso. Sasso out of St. Thomas. He since then passed away in a car accident. So that night in the village, we have a tribute in his honor.
Tribute to Sasso.
Tribute to Sasso. So that night in the village will be very, very epic. We have two great events, the Soca Monarch and the tribute to Sasso. It's going to be a wonderful night in the village, and we're going to pay homage to him, of course.
Yeah.
Also, the following day, we have the food fair. So I know this has been a little touchy. It's been a back and forth within our community with food fair and Juve being the same day.
Yeah.
Yes, we were scheduled, and we scheduled Juve to be on January 1st, which is a Thursday, and Juve is normally the Thursday. We have an interagency meeting rather with the different agencies, Virgin Islands Police Department, EMS, all the stakeholders in terms of public safety.
Yeah.
So in conversation with the Virgin Islands Police Department Public Safety, they highly recommended that Juve and food fair to be merged into one day. I think for Virgin Islands Police Department, their biggest thing is public safety. They were very adamant about that. We have to go where they're the subject matter expert in regards to safety for the people of the Virgin Islands, and not just people who live here, but people who visit here.
Well, before your time, it was called Department of Public Safety.
That I was before my time, but
Yeah.
I was there tutored by other people who've worked there before, so they tell me Department of Public Safety.
Yeah.
So we have to be able to follow suit and be able to be part of the conversation with our other agencies to make sure that we work cohesively, to make sure we get the best that we could possibly get out of for events. And I know it's a sore subject because that's what we are accustomed to, but I think that the Virgin Islands Police Department has a plan. So we have to be able to abide where they see best in order to execute what needs to be executed. But just to let you know that the food fair and the Juve is the same exact day. Of course, Juve will be in the morning, more so the sunrise, and it will be leading into Borough Park. Of course, we're across the street from Yucca and all that good stuff for their food fair ceremony. And I think later on that evening would be of course another village night, which I'm gonna hit right now. Old Year's Night or New Year's Eve. That is that's December 31st. And that's gonna be a great night in the village, Mr. Mohead. We have Romaine Virgo, we have Adam O, we have Nadia Batson, we have Derry, who's a great soul R&B type of singer. She's awesome. So we have
just a whole lot.
Listen to me. She is a wonderful, wonderful musician, a wonderful person. I think that's Akio Rollins' granddaughter. So for everybody, the Hassman Akio. So I miss him if he's listening. So I ain't seen him in a while, So and sister Love and granddaughter. So we have a great night in the village. We have variety in regards to R&B. Very, very popular soca artists in Adam O, Romaine Virgo, and we have a lot of other different acts that night. So just be prepared to have spend a wonderful evening in the village for us that night too. Latin night for our Latin community. It's actually called International Latin Night because we want to be able to cater to, Mr. Mohead, we live in a community where we just don't solve Crucians alone.
No way.
We don't. We serve people from Dominican Republic, we serve people from Puerto Rico, we serve people from St. Lucia, people from Dominica. So we try our best to cater to everyone. And this is not taken away from what we have done before. We just want to be able to try to fit in where we possibly could in terms of entertainment and try to touch every corner of St. Croix in regards to trying to cater to everyone, So that night we have Well, I think is I don't have the names right here right now, but I will be able to get it to you maybe through your sister, Miss Peppy Moorhead, or to you yourself. So as soon as I have that information in
Right.
front of me, I'll be able to share it with you. Um, Children's Parade,
Yeah.
of course. Please, please, please. I am pleading. I am asking everyone to support the Children's Parade.
Yeah.
These children from various different schools. I can tell you right now who some of the schools. I don't have all of them,
Yeah.
but we're going to have participation from Lumako School, participation from St. Patrick's, participation from Pearl B. Larson. I think Claro Marco in conjunction with the Frederickson Museum
Yeah.
down in Strand Street are going
Yeah.
to have some type of collaboration where they take part, just to be a part of the St. Greg Festival and in the parade. So please support the Children for Children's Parade.
Yeah.
Very soon we'll probably have a listing of all the participants and all who will be a part of the parade for both adults and children's parade. And on that night,
Okay.
that Thursday night, we moved on to the reggae night. Okay, here we are, the reggae night. The reggae night, I know people are very particular about the reggae in the Borden Islands. We are particular reggae people. So and so I might come from as much as I love my soca and calypso, I love my reggae. So I think we are pleased to announce, and some people already may know it. We have Morgan Heritage is going to be a part of our reggae night
That's
festivity.
major.
Morgan Heritage, Mr. Moorhead.
That's major.
That is major.
Yeah.
We have Rasbach, Maranile, Kenya Eugene, and they're going to be backed up with the double lap band of the Virginals.
Okay.
They're based out of St. Thomas, but they have members from St. Croix too. In my humble opinion, one of the best, or if not the best, reggae band in terms of backing up entertainment. So they're going to be able to back up all our local entertainment, all our local acts for that night. So that's Rasbach, Maranile, Ken Eugene, who will be backed up by Double Lab Band. And trust me, they're a wonderful, wonderful band. And for the younger audience, we have Diani for that night. Some people may or may not know who he is. He's a up and coming, established dancehall reggae artist. So that's more for a younger generation. So we hitting in the middle,
Yes.
hitting for the more, I don't want to say old, but for the more mature,
Yeah.
and somewhere in the younger generation. So we hitting all aspects of it. And we have the last lap night in the village. That is January 3rd. That's Saturday, January 3rd in the village. We have Pompa Pompa is December 29th. We kind of had to switch things around. We have Jugu and TJ out of Tartola. We have Kess. Everybody loves Kess. Everybody loves Kess out of Trinidad.
Yeah.
So Kess will be in the village that night. We have Shal Marshall. We have a slew of different entertainment. So like I said, I don't have everything in front of me right now, but we have Kess. We have Jugo and TJ. Oh yeah, we have Drastic Band. That's a younger band for the younger generation. They're going to be in the village that night too. So yeah, we have an impactful festival.
Sounds that way.
And Mr. Moorhead, let me just tell you that festival is just more than a village. Festival is more than a village. Festival is, we have so many aspects of Crucian culture. We have Coquito Festival, which is December 20th. Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights, TSK and WTJX are celebrating the coming back of their 20th anniversary for the Crucian Christmas Serenade. So if I'm not mistaken, I think the dates are December 11th. I think that's in Frederickson. I think December 13th is another date. I'll have to look at my phone to get the dates locked in. And I think that later on, they're going to do the last lap in Christian said where it leads up to the WTGX Richmond Studios. So they're celebrating the 20th anniversary with that merger. So that's Miss Tanya Singh and her team. Great WTGX team that they be able to keep our essence of what Crucian culture is in regards to the Serenade. They're celebrating the 20th
Yeah.
anniversary. I know Serenade used to happen back then,
Yeah.
but since the resurgence of it, I think Mr. Asbat Potter, who was the executive director before, he's a big culture calypso club person too.
Yeah.
So, but now Tanya Singh has taken it and bring it to even greater heights with the relationship with TSK and WTJX. So that's part of our cruise culture. So I'll be able to share those dates for you. I think the dates are there December 11th, December 13th, and December 19th or the 23rd.
Yeah.
But I'll be able to lock it in and I'll send it to you so you could tell it to your beloved audience once I have it.
Good.
Of course, I mentioned Coquito Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And there are still other events that we do too. We have the Coconut Festival.
Mm-hmm.
I think they do that over by Bethlehem.
That's
Yeah.
Tahima.
Yeah. Mr. Tahima Edwards, good person, good human being. We also have, for those who love the Lechung, we have the Lechung Festival who celebrate that. I just spoke to Mr. Joey Nevis for Impact Graphic. They're excited to bring that back, and I think that's going to be over by Asado. We have the Christmas tree lighting, and that's a very, very big thing. The Christmas tree lighting that happens, and Limerick Park now is named the Stanley and the 10 State Presidents for the TSK Park now, Limerick Park in Christian said. That's directly across the street from the Christian said tourism office. And tourism has a tree in that park too as well. So we're going to definitely be taking part in those events. And then we have a lot of stuff, Mr. Mohammed. So Cruise Culture is just not just the village, but leading up to what the village is. We have stuff from December into January. So we do a lot, Mr. Mohammed, in regards to, and it's just not our tourism team. You have people like Miss Susie Bow and people like Vivi Ellison Flood who take, they are our culture bearers. We touch all aspects of what our cruise culture is. And I'm very proud to be a part of that, to kind of help sustain it from my generation.
Yeah, but you do an excellent job as their spokesperson.
No, I try.
You articulated, hey, you've been there from the beginning.
Yeah, well, Mr. Mohammed is definitely a passion of mine, and I'm not the only person that's passionate about it. Yeah, people like Shamari Haynes, people like Shanika Robinson. I just met one of my coworkers earlier, Ayana Hiss. People like Kisa Harris, who works at tourism. We have all these men. Who I've been having really great conversations with, Mr. Bradley Christian.
Look at that.
Yeah, man. So it's like when he said, "Man, Mr. Buck," we talk, we have conversations, and I love conversations with him. And of course, in regards to the food trade, but there's a lot more to him that meets the eye. So
I mean, if you're talking about culture out of the Western, Bradley is an encyclopedia right here.
Yes, he is. So we have Mr. Casey Henry. He's the youngest TSK member, but he come with a wealth of knowledge. We're making some announcement pretty soon in regards to the tourism teams. I don't want to preempt that know-how. But so Mr. Mohammed, we are on the move with tourism and the division of festivals, and everything is about leadership. You feel good when you have someone to travel behind, and I'm proud of Miss Jennifer Madarangas King and all she has done in her tenure. It hasn't been 6 months yet, and it's just revigorating for us for St. Croix, and just not for St. Croix, but for our Virgin Islands, and we have 2 cruise ships in town, in Project Town today, and just to see the taxi men hustling and bustling in the best way. So we're in a very good place. We could always be in a better place, but it takes all of us. It's just not tourism. It takes all of us, from me gaining knowledge to you, from me getting experience from my uncle walk across from you, Ras Isaiah. That's my mother, big brother. So trust me, I don't just. We spoke the other day, just in conversation, because just he hit to me like with knowledge when he going to his talk on the Playboy talk and
right.
you know, and the stuff that he did with reggae. Like, so I listen, Mr. Mohead, I know I'm a very good place right now in terms of just being where I want to be, in terms of being around people who want me to be around, in terms of who I want to be around. Like I said, if I wasn't here, I'd still be here in some type of capacity. And like I said, to be here with you, I'm thinking of my grandmother, Miss Anita Thomas, right now. Ras, I say, mommy. So like I feel because I know she'd have been tuning with 3 radio in the house. So this is a good feeling for me, you know. So
I like I say is that you are a proper fit. You know, couldn't ask for more. And you articulate well.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
and which is when too often we have the passion, but we don't have the individuals who can actually articulate that passion, you know, for the wider community, which is what you're doing. And again, we could only acknowledge it with gratitude.
I appreciate that. I had really good parents. So. I have a good parents still, you know. So, but I'm proud of that, and I can talk about it because I know it. And when I say I know it, I don't mean everything.
Right.
I know it because I've been around it long enough to give information and to still get information to disseminate and to still gain knowledge from yourself. You know who calls me regularly, and I think her and I are closer engaged because of the conversation. Miss Clearoka.
Oh, well,
yeah, that's like one of my favorite. She is one of my favorite people in the world.
Yeah.
You know, she's a very honest boss, and she tells me how she feels. We laugh, we joke, and trust me. So it's getting information from people like herself. I might say I love a Clearoka like very bad. So you know, so I like sitting down, speaking to her when she calls me. I try not to miss her call because she's gonna tell me about it. So so I love it. I love it. I love every aspect of the Crujan culture. And like I said, our Crujan culture is just more than the 84 square miles. You know, we have such a vast influence from other places, and that's what has our makeup, you know. So, you know, I'm proud to be a part of this new tourism team. I'm proud to be a part of what it could be, but I'm more proud to be where we came from. You know, so I'm here for it all.
All right. Well, beloved, if you did not get anything clear and you still need clarification, Mr. Burke is here. And so I am sure you will be more than willing to respond to whoever may have a question about whatever. The only question I have, and it's not really a question, but more an explanation if they gave you one as to public safety, I understand. No question about that. But I just don't fully grasp why it is that them and those who would look up to, we would look up for when it comes to the safety of the public, to them. Why they would think that the Juve and the food fair is best going together. That it just doesn't seem right to me. But so I reach out and I wish whoever is the author of that in public safety to ask, well, please tell us about
I'll
it.
try my best.
Let's get this out. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well.
Hello? You hear me? Hello?
Yes, we listen to you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were here. That's one question I got. Very good. I want to take part in the food fair this year. I want to know how I could get about doing that.
You could go about being a part of the food fair. Is that the question?
Yes, that's the question.
Well, good afternoon. How you could be a part of the food fair this year? We have applications in the Frederiksted office, and we have applications in the Kristianstad office, and we also have applications online. I know, and if you are on Facebook, if you go to our USVI Festivals page on Facebook, you should be able to download it online. But as a matter of fact, thank you for the reminder. I'll be meeting with Mr. Bradley Christian this afternoon to drop off some applications to him. Because he has Mr. Bradley, he's such a person that he loves
Between Bradley Christian and Clay Roca, you got it already.
Yeah, so his vendors do lachana to him like white and rice. But if you are in, yeah, you could call. Let me get a number for you. You could you could definitely do the Christiansted office, and you could definitely do the Frederiksted office. We're there from 8 a.m. in the morning until 5 p.m. in the afternoon. We're there today. You could go to the Christiansted office or the Frederiksted office today. We also there until 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. this tomorrow afternoon. And of course, tomorrow, Thursday is a holiday, which is Thanksgiving. And, we have administrative leave on the Friday. So if you want to come down to either office between today and tomorrow, we'll definitely be there in both offices. Or I will be able to get Mr. Bradley Christian the applications by today if you want to be able to pick it up from him. But either way, you can call. I don't have the number here in front of me right now, but you can call the offices. Let me get that number for you. But in the meantime, you can go to the Christiansted office. You can go to the Frederiksted office. We have paper applications on both sides. And you could go pick it up today.
Okay,
you can go pick it up tomorrow.
About, tourism is what you're talking about, am I correct?
Yes, the tourism office.
Tourism
Yes.
office.
So in Frederiksted, tourism office is located in the Frederiksted Mall upstairs on the second floor. That's on Strand Street. As in Frederiksted, and yes, and the
one Christian did it across from Shell Market.
Across from the Limprick Park, which is the Stanley Natanseekers Park, you will be able to see the newly erected tourism sign on the door, so you can't miss it. And it's right when you're passing. Well, for us who's cruising, we're passing Chuck Night them. So you see on the left hand side. Yes, if that helps the direction. So that's on the left hand side, and it's it's right across from where it's right across the street where the after you pass
the intersection.
Yes, it's right across the street from where the old First Bank was. Right across the street. So we're there today up until 5. Yes, we're there today up until 5. Yeah, and we're there tomorrow up until 5 o'clock as well, from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m.
Okay, and what's the deadline for?
I don't have the deadline in mind right now, but I think it will be the second week of December. So somewhere into December. I don't know if all the spaces are full up as yet, but if you come into the office tomorrow, we'll be able to answer that question. But I think there might be a few spaces. Yes.
I'll try my best to do that tomorrow.
Yes, not a problem.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to get a clearer understanding as to why is it that public safety thinks it's better to have Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Moed.
Welcome. Yes. Now, Mr. Bulk is right here. We just listen to you.
Yeah, Mr. Bulk, this Robbie.
Hey, Robbie.
I just want to know what I go for you to get right home every night.
You can go to Catch and Rest or by Ultra Lounge. They got some lift and Uber services or whatever the Ultra Lounge. You could go over there,
Boy, you're good enough.
Well, yeah, you know where you go.
But congrats anyways.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
You've been good with your explanation about it.
The man could articulate and hey, you've given Come up with whatever you come up with, you gotta rejoin
What
that
you
for
gonna
you.
do, Mr. Mohead?
Say it again.
I tell you, Mr. Mohead, watch it for you.
Yeah.
Be careful, be sharp, Mr. Mohead.
Might cut me. All is well.
Yeah, man.
So,
Well, let me try my best to explain it a little further for the
from their
audience.
point of view,
Yeah, from their point of view.
and I'm not really asking you, I'm trying to find out
Yeah. So
from the
and
public safety
yeah. So I maybe
point of view, why is it that they
at
see
some-
that it's
yeah,
better
so-
this way?
So at some point, I know you would probably need the Virgin Islands Police Department here, but I'll try
Yeah.
to explain it from a perspective of from their perspective and now. The original date was January 1st. And I think leading into the New Year's, I think one of the things that the Virgin Islands Police Department had concerns about the December 31st, and leading into the New Year, they have a lot of their officers are on alert because of the shots.
Yeah.
And maybe in various neighborhoods. And I understand that.
Yeah. We all do.
We all do.
Because that's, I mean, a yearly problem that
Right.
it don't seem to be going away.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think part of I won't say the cry, but part of the concerns for VIPD is also their manpower. I don't think they have the number of officers that hold where they used to be. One, and two, I think one of their concerns are officer burnout in terms of the scheduling.
Okay.
So, but like I said, that's so we had to be able to shift gear to make sure that we have all eyes on everything. And like I said, they are the subject matter experts in terms of safety. So, I would say at some point maybe someone from the Virgin Islands Police Department would have to be able to answer from that perspective. But we have to be able to have a great relationship with our sister agencies. And of course, we don't want to have a Juve without their presence. So that's very important for us. I know where I won't say I know where we might have fallen in terms of people might be upset in terms of switching the dates.
Yeah.
But I think that for VIPD, for safety, just not for us, the public, but for the officers themselves, to make sure that their officers are on full alert, to make sure that, I won't necessarily, for lack of a better word, police the crowd, but to make sure everyone enjoys themselves, because the officers, they're doing a lot of strong hours, and I know they're trying to manage it. I know where I'm trying to speak for the Virgin Islands Police Department, but I think maybe that will be their rationale in terms of merging the days and so forth.
And that would make sense.
Yeah. So I think that, as a matter of fact, we have a meeting tonight with all the participating agencies for the festival, and more particularly so the Juve conversation. And I know it's a sore subject for some, but trust and believe, where we got to where we are right now, it didn't happen overnight. This was a fully thought out conversation between both agencies. So, but in terms of a tourism perspective, I think it would be very important for us to make sure that we are all on the same page where we want to be in regards to festival. And a festival is just not for us, it's for everyone. It belongs to all of us. So in regards to that, I think that's where maybe their rationale is. But like I said, if there's anyone from the Virgin Islands Police Department listening,
they would be glad to hear from them.
Yeah, well, sure. And let's not talk about the Juve and what have you, but for the whole entire festival. So I don't know exactly who will be speaking on their behalf, but I'll definitely know that we have to be able to just not so much go against the grain, but more so that we have a very safe festival, a very fun festival for everyone, So this is where we are, and we want to be able to execute in the best manner possible.
couldn't ask for a better explanation, and never thought of that. But yes, we know that now that you pointed out that the Virgin Islands Police Department is short staffed.
Right.
And no more critical a time than Christmas.
Yeah.
And for sure, because that has been a tradition. Hey, I've gone from the 1930s
Mhm.
through World War II and whatnot. And I don't know, but all years, has always been a time, even if it's a BB gun,
Yeah.
you know,
True.
you somehow or the other is supposed to shoot the whole year away.
Hmm.
But New Year.
Yeah, that's it.
And,
Yeah.
And as we have grown,
Mhm.
so has the firearms.
Yeah.
And we got some weaponry here that is military.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this is no BB gun.
No.
Oh, 22 rifles. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
And so that it's a whole different scenario now
Mhm.
in terms of, well, shooting off your grandfather shooting off his pistol,
Yeah.
at
We came,
midnight or something. It
Yeah.
ain't like that at all.
we came a long way in regards to artillery.
You know?
And that's saying
Yeah.
something. And like I said, for me personally, and to take off the hat I wear right now,
Yeah.
and I understand we have some weird traditions, and unfortunately, that's one of them.
Yeah.
But I just want everyone to be safe
Yeah.
during that time of year. I mean, I like the fun, I like it, I love it, but safety is paramount.
And
you know?
we definitely would love to be able to go through, the seasons without an incident
Exactly.
that people could talk about, yeah, but shouldn't have this,
Right.
whatever. But the the issue is like stuff like that's why I'm bringing it up because people come to me and that kind of argumentative posture
Right.
is like, but they always want to stop the Juve.
Mhm.
Why is that? Mario, tell me, experience, tell me, why they always got to do that when we having fun,
Mhm.
they want to shut the door.
Mhm.
Why is that? And a lot of our young people
Mhm.
view it, from that perspective,
Right.
is that you don't want them to have their fun.
Right.
And so therefore, you're finding a way to shut down Juve
Right.
after a certain hour away.
Right.
According to them, they don't want you work for it all into the afternoon.
Right. Mr. Moorhead, I've been a part of the Juve as a participant. I've been a part of the Juve as a musician, and I've seen some stuff good and bad.
Yeah.
And I think that unfortunately we have a motley crew
Yeah.
of people who just want to they have come with bad intentions. On the other
So
hand,
true. So true.
on the other hand, we have people who just really want to enjoy themselves because maybe that's the one time a year they actually get
Yeah.
to go out. So we want to be able to cater to those. Unfortunately, we have a bad apple. One bad apple is spoiled for the bunch.
That's it.
So I think that like I said, I hate speaking for anyone, but I don't
Yeah.
think the VAPD necessarily going on to say that they're rushing it or want to finish it, but like they have to look at it at our aspects, and so do we. So I think that going into it, we have to be able to yes, as entertainers, we have to be able to do the right thing in terms of saying the right stuff on the microphone, saying the right things to make sure that we're working in conjunction with them, we're making sure we come down the road properly, making sure that the entertainers and the
Absolutely.
band, it takes all of us, take more than one hand, two hands to clap,
Yep.
So, I feel that we're gonna have a very successful festival season, but it takes more than just the division of festivals. It takes more than just the Department of Tourism. It takes all of us. And the whole aspect of the vendors, we want to make sure our vendors make as much money as they could possibly make.
Right.
For those who are visiting for the first time for festival, they come back during the summer, or they come back for February for Ag Fair. They come back later down the road for Pate Festival or Tatwar, all these great events we have in St. Croix. You know, so you know, St. Croix is a culinary mecca, if you will. So you know, we come back and taste all type of different aspects of food. So that's what we definitely want to do. And we have to be able to, you know, we open our shores and open our you know, borders, we have to be able to open up our hearts. So who comes into here to say, like, give that good crucial hug up hospitality. You know, so you know, like it takes more all of us, more than just the government agencies, because before any of us punch a crack to go into work, you know, we came from somewhere. We came from somebody, mom or dad or what have you, to like we know better. So if we know better, we have to be able to do better. You know, so it takes all of us.
For sure. And, I'm proud of you, man.
Yes.
Spoken well, and if you represent the festival committee, that speaks well of it.
Oh, thank you. And,
Because,
you know, thank
do
you.
it that way.
And we have a great team. We have a great team, and Ms. Mataranga's King, she always speaks about collaboration, and that's one of her favorite things. We collaborate with a lot of different agencies, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, we pushing this financial loan program right now with the RT Park, and you know, with their team, to be able to give some of the booth owners and vendors and participants for festival a loan program to be able for them to make some money. So like at some other date, I'm pretty sure, if her schedule permits, she'll be here to speak on that in more.
We look forward to all that.
But she's so underground working right now, you know, and we have a great tourism team from both islands, but 3 islands, as a matter of fact. So it's just not the people of St. Croix. We have people from St. Thomas that assist us very well. You know, we have Mr. Ian Turnbull, Mr. Halva Hart, Ms. Jamila Miller, you know, Kizzy Pini, you know, I'm forgetting some names. Those are our team out of St. Thomas. I mentioned some of the St. Croix team earlier. But you know, we are I would like to say a well-functioning machine. No, but there's so much more that we can do, and so much more that I know that we will do in regards to tourism. We are stacking up our greeters right now. So if you go on the airport right now, you'll definitely get to see the greeters under Miss Sharon Rosario, and Miss Kisa Harris. Like, we are really stacked and ready for the festival season and beyond. You know, so we are prepared. We are getting better. You know, I know this is not the first rodeo for a lot of us, but I think that the team that we have now, we are fully equipped to get the job done. But we wouldn't get it done alone. We need our audience to be able to help us, our people to help us propel to where we want to be in regards to St. Croix Festival, St. Thomas Carnival, St. John Celebration. We are here for it all, and it's just not the people who work, like I mentioned before, but it's definitely the people who just come to the village just for a chicken leg and a Johnny cake, a pot fish, and fries, you know. We love listening to those people because it's just not our ideas. You know, we have to be able to listen to one another to be able to have a better outcome for what we want.
Communication
is key.
Absolutely. But it's a boss. I don't know what we can do this year. We have covered it. But let me just say, for beloved, we are about to let Mr. Burko. So if there was an issue, there was a event, there was a misunderstanding, anything that needs clarified, this is your opportunity to do that, because we are about to allow Mr. Burke to uh, share his articulation with others. We can just take over, for the day.
Mhm.
So
I could, in all honesty, I could be here with you for hours and just not talk. I love to hear you talk, Mr. Moet. So when I say it's the honor is mine. So I see you watching young Mr. Reams there, but and he knows, he knows,
he's the boss.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I know.
But I sure we get bills.
We're good. We're jumping in. We're ready. Three.
Yes. Well, lick your cream, beloved, because Armstrong ice cream is just so good for your soul. Yes, indeed. And we got someone being very patient at our door. So let's open the door and welcome them. Good afternoon. Welcome.
I'm back, Mario.
And I got a big cruiser and hung up to welcome you with.
Yeah, because I didn't get it last time.
you you're a proper cruiser, Mr. I don't forget things, you know. I don't forget things. Cruiser to the board.
Memory like elephant liquor.
There you go.
Listen, I called to finish the conversation regarding the hospital.
Yes, yes.
Now, I don't know if I should really refer to that space of in Diamond Ruby as a hospital, but you know that's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. And I mean, and you're being very descriptive because I would pretty much follow your characterization and says, I don't know what I should call it either.
No.
You know?
Well, I just want to give you an example
Yeah.
because of a family friend went to the emergency facility and the sickness was so egregious that they were admitted and surgery was performed.
Wow.
Okay, so this person has been in the hospital going on 2 weeks now.
Wow.
Yesterday, the family went to visit and they were told that the hospital did not have any pain-killing medication.
Wow.
And in order to get this medication, they were given a prescription to go to the local pharmacy to pick up this prescription because, of course, being a pain medication, it is hospital grade.
Yes.
So it's not just any kind of aspirin or fine or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it took them 4 pharmacies before they could find one who could prescribe, who could fill this
Prescription.
prescription. As if that wasn't bad enough, this person also was having stomach issues. And they didn't even have Pepto-Bismol or its equivalent in the hospital.
Wow.
What in the heck is going on and when is it going to stop?
I wish that was the final word. When is it going to stop? Because unfortunately, it's not a matter of stopping. It is a matter of, I mean, when is it going to stop getting worse?
Could it possibly get any worse?
Well,
Boy,
last year, this time, you know, we would not have thought that you could get some Pepto Bismol, but here we are. Unfortunately, them and those I call our good friend misleaders, they somehow could find better use for the money that we had argument as to whether this person expense account for this trip to Ghana is more than this person, whether this wants to say that this 5-star hotel or that one and that, and all these kind of things when we don't have a hospital in St. Croix.
well, that's because if anybody in that traveling party got sick in St. Croix or in the Virgin Islands, I should say, because St. Thomas ain't much better, right?
Yeah.
We are going to pay for them to get flown out of here
Absolutely.
and be taken to the best hospitals in stateside,
Yes. And
right?
That's
It's not their problem.
so true. Well, that is where we at, and I don't know what it is going to take uh, for us to, get shocked out of the I don't know what I like to call it other than the subservience to what we think we need to do to this uh again the Democratic Party or whoever it is because uh I mean every year we're talking about yes we need a change this and we need a clean house we need this and I mean I, I'm, I'm not feeling for word. It's just that I'm trying to keep my temperament, civil.
Yes.
But I mean, it's threatened for me to start screaming as a talk show host, and it's the last thing I want to do. But Lord Harry, the judge, I mean, how much lower could we sink than not being able to offer health care to our people. I mean, I thought it was bad enough that we can't educate our children, but Lord Harry, the judge, you know, we 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 can't care for our own. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But maybe it's my age.
Listen,
I think my age
now
has a little bit to do with it that you know I have seen
nowadays,
but this is just it. I know that uh my days that I have left are fewer than that's behind me, and it seems to me that you know I mean things are getting worse. I mean how much worse can it get? I
well,
mean
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Mario. 7 years ago, I had fallen and I was in so much pain that it was apparent on my face. They took me to the emergency room, and before I could even see anybody, they informed me that they had no morphine. I said, well, could I at least see a doctor before you give me all this bad news? 7 years ago, Mario, so that means there has been no improvement for the last 7 years.
what but again you've hit the nail on the head. You said 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Please recall that we had what they say couldn't happen, but we got two category 5 hurricanes.
Right.
All right. Now, there was also a contest for government house between an incumbent and a challenger. The challenger promised with our conviction to the Crucian people that if you select me, you will have a modular facility open within 90 days.
Hmm.
Now, again, we the people of St. Croix, we believe the challenger, and we sent home the incumbent and brought in the challenger. 90 days came and went. Matter of fact, the first 4 year term of that
Amen.
would have been challenger came and went.
Mhm.
And somehow he was able to convince us to say, St. Croix, that, well, there was a problem, but we have your best interest at heart, and healthcare is our top priority. Well, the first year of the second term, we got a modular emergency unit. And by now, what used to be the Juan Francisco Louis Hospital is a decrepit monument that used to be a hospital. And there is no hope on the horizon. It's not like by such and such a year we're going to have a hospital. But we do know that by such and such a year, that modular facility that is our emergency room is going to be dysfunctional because they have told me it is already falling apart because it's that's what it is. It's a temporary unit. And so what is the point I'm trying to get at? And I can't find the words to say it. But this is just it. But on our horizon, we won't even be able to offer you a band-aid.
Mario, I want to cry.
But this is where we are. This is where we are. And they're not even considering it an issue. We're talking about how much money we spend. You spend to go to Ghana. How much money we will spend to make a movie for the governor? How much is it? I mean, and it's like, who needs a hospital? Lord, Harry the judge.
Mario, I think that we all drink stupid bush tea.
It looks so.
Okay, so let's all this go on.
It looks so.
Well, I'm gonna let somebody else get in. But keep the faith, my son. Keep the faith. That's all we could do.
That's all we got left. All we got left. Keep
Yeah.
hope alive.
Have a nice Thanksgiving.
Many happy returns to you. Thanksgiving and
Thank you.
compliment to the season.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Beloved, lick your cream. Because Amazon ice cream is just so good for your soul. it to the territory where my general controls thing, and she gets the center stage, and beautiful Aisha will instruct me to come up with the right Crucian history question. But for now, let me go and answer the door. Somebody is knocking. Good afternoon. Thank you for your call. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Hey, here's a very familiar voice. Good afternoon to you and welcome.
So the governor and his contingency went to Ghana. I'm assuming it's the capital that they went to. Do you know exactly where they went?
No, no, I don't. But I like you, I would assume the capital, but I have no assurance.
Well, if it's the capital, I have some problems with that. Because the people who are in the capital right now, the major demographics of there's like three groups, and all of them participated in slavery. You might as well have gone to Denmark, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm.
You know, if you was going to the outer skirts of Ghana, where the slaves were actually came from, captured in battles, they just captured to be sold by the people who were controlling Ghana at the time, the Africans. That would be another thing.
Mm.
But the central portion of Ghana, they got, and there was a number of years back, they had a UNESCO festival in Kansas City, and 100 delegates from Ghana went to it. And the president of one of the universities, while they apologized for their role in slavery,
Yeah.
where it's kind of interesting because they went to Kansas City. They
Yeah.
didn't come to the Virgin Islands to apologize. They didn't go to Chicago, New York,
Yeah.
Philadelphia, where you have major.
They went to how to refer to that there in the country? The flyover states.
Yeah. And so Kansas City, which, I guess there's a little bit of there's some black people there, but, that's not one of the major areas in the U.S. And as I said, they didn't come to the Caribbean where, the places where their victims would have been, are still there.
Yeah.
So, and the president of Ghana or no government official that has apologized. So what are we doing?
Good question. Governor, are you hearing? Again, I don't know what they're doing other than enjoying themselves at our expense. We have been fooled. Plain and simple, just been fooled. Just like I was saying in the caller before, it started from the contest where you had Brian up against Map, and they convincing the people of St. Croix that hey, vote for me because we're going to give you modular hospital within 90 days immediately, and nada. And here we are now at the end of the second term, and why shouldn't he just have a ball? And that's what he's doing. He's gonna make a movie of himself.
Now you see why PI history is not being taught.
Thank you.
They don't want us to know.
Thank you.
You
You finished the sentence for me. You just finished the sentence for me. Yes. Now we know.
Yeah. Because this trip, people would be outraged by this going on if they knew their history.
Yeah.
And for many of us, what we know about history is from Roots, the TV program with the kids being captured, and that's where the majority of us think that that's what happened. As the Europeans went into Africa and captured the slaves and put them on a ship and enslaved them. When Smithy 10 years or so ago, might be more than that now, when I heard the numbers of how many slaves were taken from Africa, that's when I knew that could not be the average story. It was millions, 13 million in Brazil, around 11 million in North America. You can't go and capture that many people. And especially, no matter how dumb a person the groups could be, they would eventually figure out, well, then these ships show up and then I can't find my auntie, I can't find my father, I can't find my uncle. And it's not going to take them long to figure out what's going on. And there was so much more of them, even the superior weapons couldn't prevent them. If they stormed them, they would win.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people might get killed, but they would win. But if your auntie and your uncle are getting kidnapped, you're not going to just let it happen.
Right.
So that's when I knew that when I heard it, I didn't realize how many were taken. And when I heard the numbers, I was like, okay, the Africans had to be involved in this. Had to be. And then many years later, I heard that this delegation had apologized and and oddly enough is what that delegation was doing is they were trying to establish trade and tourism and whatnot with the people in Kansas City.
How about that? How about that?
So 100 of them went to Kansas City, but none came to the Caribbean.
Huh?
None came to the Virgin Islands. We are going to them.
Mm.
While they just totally ignored us.
Yeah.
They went to Kansas City, again, also not a city known for their black population.
To say the
Why
least.
would they not go to Chicago, New York? So again, you're like, what exactly is happening here?
Yeah.
The dots are not connected, at least not for what they say they're trying to do.
Yeah.
So apparently it's something else that's going on besides what their stated goals are. Or unless they have some crazy strategy, I don't know. But it doesn't seem to be working that much. But, maybe they were searching for black people who don't know the history.
That's
And will be prone to take whatever they say.
unfortunately there are so
Funny?
I say unfortunately there are so many more of us that don't know to compare with the pitiful handful who has an idea of the truth.
And that's where I fall in. I don't know the full story, but I have an idea. I have enough pieces to know that this is not right.
Yeah.
What's happening is not right. They were involved in a major wrong. And then I've also heard of stories of people who have taken the thing and moved to Ghana. And that is another mess.
Yes, it is.
Land from the people of Ghana to give to the Americans, Black Americans that come there.
They followed that was the formula of what is called Liberia.
Yeah. So they're apparently trying to reproduce it in Ghana.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. And of course, the people are not fully accepted because they're not from Ghana. Their culture is different. The way they talk, everything is different among them. So there are a number of bumps that Ghana needs to figure out.
Yes, indeed. But I would like for us to, instead of holding, was it the Madras as the territorial fabric of the Virgin Islands, maybe we could, learn a little bit about the Asante people and that thing, kente cloth and the, I think, what's called the asisa silk.
Yeah.
The
I,
silk.
you know, as I said, I think that the people, the Africans on the outskirts of the capital are probably who we would want to be interacting with more. In
Yeah.
fact, that's more than likely where our genetic makeup came from.
Yes.
You know, and definitely. And as I was moving back home, you know, many years ago, I was looking at a lot of stuff that we are calling our culture. I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't quite seem like the kid on the Madras thought. I was like, that don't quite seem like that's African. You know?
Yes. Yes.
And a lot of things we hold on to,
Yeah.
it's like it's actually European. As I said, the governors might as well have gone to Denmark.
Yeah. Yes. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And well, like I said, you are my most trenchant call, and well, you are much better informed than them and those who are so critical of the. I may not even go there, but we
Well, I guess
appreciate
one
it. You go ahead.
One thing we have to congratulate him on is that at least he got the right consonant.
You see, for them and those of you who want to say we are calling a trenchant caller, you know, there it is. You know. Oh, what could I say? But we have to keep hope alive. There's nothing else there.
Yes, and
Nothing
there's
else.
some improvement. We have to at least admit that.
Yeah.
Some improvement.
Lord Harry the judge.
We hit the backboard.
You're laughing
They
at
haven't
me
made a
now.
shot yet. It's definitely not net. But we at least hit the backboard.
You hit the backboard with it. Oh, it's bad.
Progress.
You're having big fun. I mean, you know, and you know, peculiar. I was just about to say, you know, you need your own talk show here, but it wouldn't work in our Virgin Islands of today. Yeah, no, you could never be a host. You could never be a
I
host.
think I'll make too many people angry. I might wind up dead, you know, found dead somewhere.
I mean, you are aware. You know, but what can I say, man? But gotta keep hope alive. That's all I do.
Yes, yes. And I said, there's some progress.
Well, I am going to now look forward to how could I tickle your fancy with a good Crucian history question for today.
Yes, great.
You know.
All right, I'll let you get to it.
Thank you. Be well, you know, and
Thanks.
keep your wit as pointedly and as sharp as it has always been.
We all have our roles to play.
Indeed, indeed.
All right.
All right. Yes, beloved, we are just about there now, and we will see if we could get this call in before we do too. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mary. How are you?
Yeah. Trying very hard, you know, to be well. You know, but I'm glad to hear your voice and welcome you, man.
But we're dealing with Mary jumping up. I won't call my name, but she's everywhere in every news, in the paper, and everything I turn around on the TV. It's in there all over. There's a Mary jumping up.
I hear you, sir.
And they say she's running for governor.
You're all having too much fun, Miss son.
This is 17 plus. Just like acid rain. Burning through our brains, Mario. It tell us from so long. You know?
So true. So true.
Man, but that's amazing to know in that class it says acid rain. You know?
Yeah.
Burning through our brain. The only funny with the boy was talking about it.
Yep.
But it was referring to them, but it was talking about the company dealing with it in a way. But you will know more or less of the history of your class. You could share about the history of that class.
Acid rain in my brain. Okay, Miss son. Thank you. We're gonna do a history questionnaire now, Miss son.
Okay. Exactly.
You
All right.
stay, you stay strong already.
Yeah, yeah.
Beloved, lick your cream. Because I'm some ice cream is just so good for your soul. We're back, beloved. And if you are ready, we are ready. And beautiful Aisha has taken her place at center stage, so we're good to go. What then is our crucial history question for today? Let me introduce it this way. Beloved, for most of our time on this island of St. Croix, we were not recognized as citizens. We were known as inhabitants until, well, they finally decided, well, we'll make them citizens. So today we are citizens. I mean, I'd be second class citizens or whatnot, but we are citizens. Well, I'm just introducing the issue of how we were viewed, how we were accepted, how we were rejected, and just all in all, what part, what role did we play, even though we're the overwhelming population of this 84 square mile island called St. Croix. So I use the example, the analogy of a citizen because, hey, for most of the time that we're here, our ancestors and we were not citizens. Matter of fact, it's only within the last 100 years. Well, you get the idea. So the question that I have for you is for you to tell me the year. I want to know the year when, according to the edict, the resolution, it says that Government House on St. Croix was open to guests of all shades. Guests of all shades. What does that tell you, beloved? It means that if you're white, you're right. And if you're black, you got to stay back. So that something else we don't learn when we go to school here because they continue to refuse to teach us our history. So we still know very little about our history and who we be. So I have to ask the crucial history question. According to this thing here, so that Government House was open to guests of all shades. What that meant, beloved, is that there came a time, just like there came a time when we became citizens, there came a time when black people could enter Government House. That's correct. That's what I'm saying to you. That, beloved, previous to that, if you're black, you got to stay back. Black people were not allowed in government house. And so my question is for you to tell us what year were black people allowed to enter government house? What year? Just like if I ask you, what year did we become citizens? You would tell me a year. Well, I'm asking you, what year did we get the right to enter government house? When was government house no longer off limits to black people? Here we go. Good afternoon to you. When were black people allowed to enter government house?
1969.
1969. 1969. Where did you find that?
My mother gave me the answer.
Well, tell your mother that Mario said, "We and come again." All right. Beloved, no, it was not that. So you tell me, what year was black people finally allowed to enter government house? And again, that is something that we should all know. We all live here. We all went to school here. But yet, beloved, as you very well know, they keep us ignorant. And we know more about the states than we know about our own island. Good afternoon to you. I am trying to find a year when we as black people were allowed to enter government house.
1928, Mario.
1928.
Yeah.
1928. And I say, we and come again. Good afternoon to you. I am looking for the year when we black people were allowed to enter government house.
Well, Mario, that was kind of hard because I was at the house nigga.
He said 1933. Because I was at the house nigga. That's one thing about us, Even don't care how they put us down and they insult us and that kind of thing, we could always find some humor to throw back in his face. But I have to tell you, we come again. Oh, Lord. Beloved, poor are we the son. And here it is. Our governor is in Ghana with a delegation that they say, how much did the caller said? Oh my Lord, I forget now. How much tens of thousands of dollars it costs it for them to go to Ghana to do what I don't know, other than for the governor and his friends them to have a good time and live it up, I suppose. That's, I don't know what else to say, because we were fools enough to accept all his promises when he was campaigning, and we not only elected him, but then we re-elected him. And so, why shouldn't he live large? And I could only imagine what a movie is going to look like when whenever he's finished making the movie of himself. And who knows? But, beloved, right now, our crucial history question for today is for you to tell us when were black people like you and I finally allowed to enter government house? Good Good afternoon.
Yes, Mario.
Yeah,
I'm back again.
that's all right. Try again until Jimmy Cliff. Jimmy Cliff just passed away at age 80, and he said, "Oh, the son, try again until you succeed," something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, so that's why I said to you, try again, you will succeed. So, what is the year?
1930.
1930, he says, is the year when they allowed for black people like you and I to enter our government house. Imagine that, our government house. We'll and come again. You know what I mean? Hey, you're gonna make joke out of this thing, but this is how they have us. And we go along with it. We go along with it, you know. And imagine that people like Ghana now living large. They said living 5-star hotels and well, who knows what they're doing with our tax dollar or something. But they were enjoying the life that we have provided them because we were foolish enough, stupid enough, you know, to, well, elect them and then re-elect them. And Lord, I heard the judgment of it. You know, we don't even know who we be. And here I am trying to find out from you if you know when we were allowed to enter our own government house. Good afternoon to you.
1935, Mario.
1935. 1935, the man says, and Mario said, "We come again." Jimmy Cliff said, "Try and try again until you succeed." And all I could feel, beloved, is that it is indicative. It is indicative of the poor education that they give us that we don't even know when we as black people were finally allowed to enter our own government house. Good afternoon to you.
Back again.
Back again. Try again.
1927.
1927. Wheel and come again.
Let's talk at the end of the season.
No, keep trying, man. Keep trying. Good afternoon to you. When did they allow us as black people to enter our own government house?
Okay, I guess it. Because I think we've been in the revised royal council. I think we were allowed to be a council member then. So I went way back to 1906.
1906. That sounds like a good number to you, beloved. Wheel and come again. Good afternoon to you. We are looking for the year when they finally allow black people like you and I to enter in our own government house right as on St. Croix. So tell me the year.
Yeah, good afternoon, Brother Merrill. I was in 1916.
1916. That's the year before the United States of America purchased the Danish West Indies and made us the Virgin Islands of the United States of America. And I got to tell you, that was a good guess, but it's weird and come again. Oh my Lord, beloved. What to tell you, eh? What to tell you? That, but apparently, you see, it was just me. It was just me. Because most of my beloved audience, we are born here, raised up here, live here. Now, there's a whole lot of us, but that have been born here, but you raise up here. You come here small, and you raise up here. And you have a whole lot of others that come here recent. You just been here about within the last 10, 15 years or so. Maybe the last 5, 10, 15 years. But the point is that, beloved, we are an ignorant people. And I keep saying, ignorant is not a pejorative word. Ignorant just simply says that you don't know. You're ignorant of something. Like when you say, ignore that, that means, don't worry knowing about that. Forget about that. We are an ignorant people. And it is deliberate. I am, for all my adult life, been trying to understand why these people like are good for not mislead us. Why is it that they don't want their own children? That's why their own children go to school here. They don't want their own children to know who they be, to know their history. But that is the case. Here we are in the year 2025. That we somehow don't know that there was a time when, as black people, we couldn't enter government house. Our government house, mind you. Our government house. Good afternoon to you. What year did they finally allow black people to enter our own government house? Give it to me.
1954.
1954. The year of the Revised Organic Act. That's a good choice, but you got to wheel and come again. Beloved, you there?
Yeah.
Yes, help us out, man. Help us out because this looking bad here now, man. Give me the year. Give me the year.
1848.
1948.
1848.
That year, 1848. And I got to say, wheel and come again. Yes, indeed. Good afternoon to you. When did they allow black people to enter government house?
Mario,
Yes,
1863.
1863. We done come again. What a thing. What a thing, you beloved. What a thing. Because it's two things happening here. The first is that we did not know that there was a time when we as black people could not enter government house. That's the first thing that's happening. That we here didn't know that as black people, we couldn't enter government house. But a white person could have come from wherever they come from and go in and out in government house, not a problem. Like I said, if you're white, you're right. If you're black, you got to step back. Good afternoon to you. I'm looking for a year.
1946.
1946. Wheel and come again. Beloved, I am going to have to start give clues because we're down to, well, less than 5 minutes before the top of the hour. And I don't want my general to have to punish me for allowing the contest to go beyond 4 o'clock. So let me try and, well, let me answer this for our call first and see what it is. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Do you have the right?
Good afternoon, Mr. Moore. 1827.
18
Yeah,
1827. I hear your voice in a while, man. And I hate to have to tell you, wheel and come again. Good to hear your voice, though. Beloved, let me give you the thing. Some time ago, I don't know how many months ago it was, but I asked the question, when did we start using American money? US currency. In other words, even though we went from being Danish West Indies to being the Virgin Islands of the United States, the currency still remained Danish. You finally gave the correct answer as to when we started finally using US currency. When we started using US money. Beloved, that is a hint. It's around that time. Now, whether it's before that or it's after that, it's around that time. Good afternoon.
Yeah, go there again, Mario. I would say 1935.
But at least you understand, you are now in the ballpark. You're in the ballpark. Wheel and come again.
Okay, all right.
Wheel and come again. Beloved, he said 1935, and I said you're in the ballpark. So, beloved, you should be able to guess when it was that they allowed us to enter government house. It was around the same time when they finally let us use the American currency. Around the same time. Good afternoon. Give it to me. What year were we looking for?
Yeah, I went with 1930.
Again, a very good guess, beloved. He got the wheel and come again, but you are in the ballpark. You're in the ballpark. You know, wheel and come again first, but you're in the ballpark when you said 1930. Beloved, don't have my general put me in punishment. We're not supposed to go past 4 o'clock with this question. And I've given you the best hint I could give you. It is around the time when we adopted the US currency. We stopped using Danish money and we were using American money. All right, what is the year? What is the year?
Okay, yeah, the year is 1931.
Again, very, very much in the ballpark, but you got the wheel and come again. Good afternoon. What is the year? Tell me.
1928.
Ah, you went in the wrong direction. Wheel and come again. Beloved, help me out. Help me out before I get myself in trouble here. What is the year? What is the year?
1933 by rule.
Ay, 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 ay. The next one will get it. The next one will get it. Wheel and come again. The next one will get it because that's what we call a bonaf. That's a bonaf. That's a bonaf there. You know. So tell me, what is the year we're looking for?
Hello?
Yes, I'm looking for a year.
1932.
She is a winner. Give this lady some cream to lick. The year is 1932. In the year 1932, the government secretary of the Virgin Islands of the United States, man by the name of Mr. Robert Herrick, said that Government House is now open to guests of all shades. That was reported by what do you call it? Let me see. Yeah, I got that in the newspaper of the Emancipator. Yes, sir. Russell Francis newspaper of St. Thomas. What do you call it? I read that in. But the year is 1932. And could I have your full name, please?
My name is Sarah Harvey.
Sarah Harvey. Miss
Yes,
Harvey
of
from
Harvey.
Harvey Restaurant.
Yes, sir.
But I eat so much from you. Well, my peace. And Miss Harvey is now a winner. And all I could tell you is, when you know you got to do it between now and next week, Tuesday, you could do that, right? You could have that?
Yes.
Okay. What is your favorite flavor? You ain't sure that's already?
I'll do the gooseberry.
You did a gooseberry.
Yes.
That was my own, but you know, the lemongrass got me that Tizino.
You got your birthday?
Yeah, got me Bazadi. Beloved, Miss Sarah Harvey from Harvey's Restaurant is a winner. She gave us the year 1932, and that is correct. That is the year when the government secretary of the Virgin Islands, Mr. Robert Herrick, you know, opened Government House to guests of all shades. That's the wording that they put. Guests of all shades. That means that black people could finally enter Government House. Lord Harry the Judge. Congratulations, Miss Harvey. Congratulations to you. Yeah.
I have to give Jack the jacket. My husband, Gustav Harvey, is the one that gave me the answer.
Well, make sure that you get some of the ice cream now, you know.
I'll give him a little bit.
Oh, you serious that you gonna give her a little bit? I know she tell me that he's the one responsible, you know, but he only gonna get a little bit. That
A
is a
little bit.
that's a crucial woman for you, Mister. A crucial woman, he went a little bit. Congratulations to you, Miss Harvey. Congratulations. And it's really
Thank
nice
you.
hearing your voice. Really nice.
Thank you. Thank you. And I listen to you all the time.
Thank you.
And
Thank
have a,
you.
and have a long water.
Thank you,
And
my
everything
dear. I'm
water
gonna
to
try.
fish.
I'm gonna try my best with it.
All right.
All the best to you. Enjoy. Enjoy. Compliments
Okay.
to the season.
And the same to you. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Thank you.
God
All
bless
right.
you.
Good thing.
God bless
All
you.
right.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Beloved, we're at the top of the hour. We got to take our final break. So lick your cream because after ice cream is just so good for your soul. beloved, and yes, indeed, I think we all know that we are now in last lap territory. And so, hey, it is for you to get your last lick. But here we are, beloved. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Mario.
Wait, where you come from, man?
What going on, Mario? Everything good?
If you say everything good, everything safe and level.
I can't complain, man. Finally get a little day off from work, so I said, man, and I turn and hear you. I said, what? My boy's still going strong, man.
What you expect? Because you abandoned me that I supposed to just shut
No,
down?
man. I know you go hold the fort, man.
Well, my
I know
peace.
you still holding the fort,
Was
man.
it
You know?
what we can-
But while good to hear your voice, man, and good to hear the program, man. You know, most of this time I'll be to work, you know.
Wait a minute. There's how much work you do, you know?
What do you mean how much work I do? I'm still legislature, Mario.
But I mean, me not going to with you because me want to get you in trouble.
Me, I
What?
can't get in trouble, man. What's the trouble?
Well,
The
listen,
logo could never get in trouble.
but you got a whole, big thing that coming out of the legislature, and I know, because next year is gubernatorial election, you know.
And I got a big man coming for that.
You see that? You see, your beloved, I hear now how quick you answer for me. You see that?
I got a big. I don't hide my hand, Mario. Your boy don't hide his hand, right?
That's what you know. That's the truth.
You know when I with you all the way.
Yes.
We lose or draft.
So you're gonna ride it here to the finish line.
I'm sorry, oh lad, she walking so good in the deep sand.
In the deep sand. Wait, Waffy, lad.
The Jackie Chan guy. She said, I'm running against them without a whip.
Ay, 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 ay.
No whip.
You're gonna run it hard. Well, my please. Papi say you're gonna run it hard, my son.
Without a whip. Your hair, I'm telling you, my big man, he ain't running with no whip. Your hair. And then the man from Congress. Not the one
I think I know the one you talking about, been to the top of the legislature already.
You better believe it. Done been in the president's seat already.
So she comes up to the deep stand.
Oh, this one is nothing to we. We are going down there and that comes like nothing. We don't say we didn't breathe hard. You think we played? Oh, we done put in the work already, Mario.
Beloved, are you hearing?
Okay.
Once the logo has said so, that is how it is. And again,
you better believe it. You understand?
what I think, yeah.
Couple times they try to conquer us out, you know?
Yeah.
Conquer us out and I do a hit them first place. They get it spring it in.
Ah, shit, bringing this logo. I think it's just bringing it in. But what's about the logo? We don't miss you. When you come back, we don't realize how much we just miss you, man. You want to call it. Well, that is why I bring it up, because I said, next year we got to be hearing his voice, man.
You better believe it.
All right.
Come January. I come along.
From January already.
Okay.
What I think, yeah. All right, Bishop.
Okay, so you got Mario.
I good. Everything's safe and level, man. But I got to admit it. I said, just hearing you, I said, you make me, I belong here, them stand up.
Well, that's a good thing.
Good thing. Well, to you, I just say happy Thanksgiving.
You and Sherry Myers, I'm wishing you the two are the best when that
Better thing, I will share it. And I want to call it happy Thanksgiving to them. Happy Thanksgiving to your mom too. That's my generation.
Yeah. But otherwise, everything good, Mario. So don't worry. 2026.
All right.
We'll be in the big neck coming out to share.
Good thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay then, Mario.
Stay strong. Stay strong. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mario. How are you?
Hey, hi there, man. Trying a thing. Welcome to you.
What year was again?
1932. And it was in 1934 when we adopted, well, I can't say when we adopted, but when we started to use the US money, US currency, as opposed to Danish currency. So that was a hint that I gave to the beloved audience, because some months ago I had asked that as a question: when did we start using US money instead of Danish? And that was 1934. 19
I was going to say 1916, right? When they do the treaty, right?
No.
Before the treaty.
No,
And
no,
that's the point just to do the treaty again.
no. The treaty was done in a rush thing because they were trying their best to hold the Germans at bay for World War II. Remember, the very next month, the United States entered World War I. You know, so that was the whole thing. You see, the Germans was getting a foothold in St. Thomas, and they wanted it out, and they did not want Germans to be able to take over what is now what we call sub base. The Germans want to have a submarine base there. And so that they was rushing that 1916 thing. They didn't care about whether we were citizens, whether we could enter government, how we could do it. Now, they wanted to be able to use St. Thomas Harbor. That was the key thing that was happening behind the purchase of the Danish West Indies.
Oh, okay. Well, I had a great aunt there in St. Thomas, Mario. She was born 1902, and she passed in 2015.
Okay, all right.
She was 113.
Wow. How about
Yeah,
that?
St. Thomas, still on the west side of the island.
Okay.
You know, that was
Out
amazing.
Boardwalk Fortuna and out away.
Oh, you know,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take care, man.
113, Mario.
Yes, sir.
Years.
That is serious. That is serious living, sir. You know.
Yes, I just want that share that with you.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, man, be blessed.
All right. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, brother. How are you doing?
When they sir, when the other time.
You know, I love the answer when they give that person when she asked you a question about this necklace when you told her that our leader get a government house. I think that thing would have been in the Siwaka, but no.
Well, again, like I said, I can't remember if we had conversation about it back then or not. But so all I said to the Carl, I let him know that, well, regardless of what, you know, if he or anybody I looked to put that on his neck, I know I was taking it off.
Listen, I think I could remember seeing him in the legislature body when they testify, telling them about this necklace when they don't get rid of it.
You know. I mean,
know.
I'd like to say that these people, they Brandenburg people, they were slave traders. They had the biggest slave market in St. Thomas. And you will tell me they got this putting this thing around our governor's neck.
And to bring it to these this why you wanted the Americans wanted to take they didn't want the Germans to be in the island.
Yeah.
And why the Danes asked for the payment in gold. That's the next thing.
Yeah.
They already knew the value of gold.
That's correct.
They own the gold. They own the gold coast.
That's correct.
More than 100 years they own it.
Yes, that's correct.
Until they sell it to the British.
That's correct.
Let's say this one I'm going to do. Let's say.
Yeah. Now there's something you see. If the governor and his people had known anything, they would have gone to talk with their Santi people in northern Ghana. Where they get the kente cloth. And you got the Asasi. Asasi is silk. The silk that the Santi people make.
You know what African tell me, right? It's in Nigeria.
Yeah.
When you're going to look for work, when you want to work, you go put on the kente cloth. You have wear one of those.
Yeah.
To show them that you want to work.
Yeah.
Once you wear that cloth, they know for sure you're looking for work.
Right.
Okay?
Well, instead, look at they got way doing just in Madras. That's our territorial cloth now. The Madras, you could answer what you could really wear in Madras.
Again, I got to give it to Cedric and the ice cream establishment, inside out
yeah, man, it's a little cultivation all the way, man.
I mean, there ain't no way you could go around here and get that amount of gift certificate from none of these stores who are operating for years. No, not even a calendar the one they give you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All these sales they talking about sales.
They said that's supposed to be your Christmas. They give a sale, Black Friday sale.
I mean, hey, I see you had a proponent already for governorship or one of
the logo don't come up with son.
Well, let me tell you something, beloved. They never come to your show.
No.
And they have concession. Well, people have reported constituents that vote for them that devoted to listening to your show to get enlightened.
Right.
But they will never come to your show.
No.
I remember the one I tell you they come in a car because you're embarrassed or something like that.
Yeah.
I will go call him. One person I would really like to run for governor if he had the cojones. I could call his name, which is John H.
Well,
I think it's his time, you know what I mean? But I don't know if he got the cojones, you know what I mean?
I don't know either.
Information like that, I can't get enough of something. I'm going to say that go Shabby say, teacher.
we try to teach about yourself, man, so we could learn who we be. Learn who we be.
That's why the back these guys what my days and I don't learn with halfway. When I start to tell them what I know, we need to know about ourselves so we don't keep repeating the damn same thing over and over again.
Right.
Acting like we time. And, no,
Right?
they don't work here. I mean, why should we be eating what people want to give it to eat? We can eat what we grow.
Thank
what
you.
we eat,
Thank you. Thank you.
okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah. Stay strong, man. Stay strong.
I got it. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Good afternoon to you.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Moorhead.
Thank you for your
Good
call. And I'm unfortunate, because I said we only got like 3.5 minutes, but please feel welcome.
This is short. I'm just, believe me, it's very short. Do you believe in symbolism?
I can't say that I do. I can't say that I do.
Okay, this same thing that you're talking about, an oxymoron to that, and it's not radical of what I'm saying, but do you know what a noose is?
A noose, like if somebody put a noose around my neck.
Yeah. So it's the imagery. I might sound crazy or psychological, but it's an imagery if you don't know. Okay? Just like people wear these different chains and they don't know what it's signifying,
Yes.
or shirts with different symbols on them.
Yes.
I don't know what it means.
Yes.
So if you're not aware of the imagery, which some folks may not know, it's an imagery of a time of what you were referring to with my psychological type of thinking, because it's the imagery of a noose.
Oh, a noose.
So
A yoke.
I'm not radical. I'm just comparing and contrast. Okay.
Well, it's quite an effective analogy.
Okay. So that's. I'm not going to go any farther. My love and blessing. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I say to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Again, thank you so much. Be well.
Thank you.
All right. And yes, beloved, we have come to the end of another Tuesday afternoon of information and enlightenment. And well, like all the others that have preceded it, today has not been a slouch. We got what I would say some very enlightening information. And that's what it's about. We try to inform, we try to enlighten. And beloved, it's not a one-way street. As I too often have to tell individuals that, listen, I have been in this business of hosting talk programs to tell you that it's not a one-way thing. Anybody that says so, they are very mistaken, because I get informed, I get enlightened by being the host, because without realizing it, many of you inform me, many of you enlighten me. And all I could say is, thank you. Thank you so much for your enlightening information. In the meantime, I would say, as I always do, lick your cream, because I'm sure ice cream is just so good for the soul. But always bear in mind, they might want us to think that they could give us a basket that we cannot fill up. But beloved, I insist on saying to you, it don't matter how big the basket. One, we could fill it up just as long as we do it together.